You are tuned in to What Up Baltimore online radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed on this channel are of the host and not of Lady J Media. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What Up Baltimore TV. And if you really don't want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. You're a
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now. Much is right. Little black boy, you're going to see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in a chain. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spitire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. Today is January, what's today? 24th, right? January 24th, 2024. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful evening. I hope the start of your new year has been good so far. Keep pushing, keep pressing, keep setting goals, all right? So, tonight, my guest, Archie the Messenger, tonight. Archie the Messenger. I think he's having some technical difficulties where he is. So, we're going to go right on ahead with the show because I do got some stuff I want to share with you guys. I want to talk about some things that I'm doing in 2024 and things of that nature, all right? So, this is being brought to you by Lady J Media, Butterfly Entertainment. Go to YouTube and download and subscribe to the What Up Baltimore TV page. If you haven't done so, you need to go ahead and do that because you are missing out. All right, you don't want to miss out on the shows and things that we got going on at What Up Baltimore. And there's a lot of wonderful things to come in 2024. So shout out to Lady J. Also, guys, follow her son, Anthony, man. He's doing some really great things right now. Louis V. He is a fashion, like he's really into fashion. He's a fashion model. He makes clothes. I'm really interested to see what he does because he's a very talented young man. He designed her magazine for his mom. And he's got that. He's got that fashion look already. I see it. I really do. I can vision and see things, and I see in this kid and this young man some great things. I really do, man. So shout out to him, man. Also on February the 7th, I just confirmed it just now before we got live. So I'll have my sister Ashley Tiana, let me get her name right from off of here. I'll have her on the show on February the 7th to talk about her new book. She is a poet. She is an actress. I first met her when I did the play I Am Woke. Shout out to everybody for the I Am Woke cast. Everybody at Four Authors. Excuse me. But I met this young lady when I did that production with the I Am Woke family, Ashley T. Darling. Look her up on Instagram and Facebook. All right, Ashley T. Darling. Her book is called. All right. I am ready. I am so happy for this young lady. All right. So this book that she's published is a book that she wrote with her dad. Shout out to him. He passed away not too long ago. I was so sorry to hear that. I met him once at one of the plays that we did. Just amazing. The fact that they did this together is just so special. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. But yeah, you want to follow her, Ashley T. Darling. Go on Facebook and follow her and get her book. Family Ties. That's the name of it. Family Ties, right? Yes. Family Ties. But yeah, man, I'm going to have her on the show on February the 7th. I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to have her on. Also, like I said last week, another young lady who has a book that is out. Her name is Mozart. So if you go on Instagram, all right. So let's see. If I go on Instagram, my sister's on here is Mozart. Yes, okay. All right, yeah. MO apostrophe lowercase Z ART. Mozart. Go on Instagram and follow this young lady. I'm telling you, man, her book, Daydreams and Nightmares, I'm sure is a wonderful read. You don't want to miss out on that. I got to get her back on the show as well. I have a lot of authors that I've run into over the last couple of, I don't know, the last maybe 4 or 5 months now. And I've been trying to just line everybody up so I can get them to come on the show. But we're going to bring a lot of book writers on the show this year, along with poets as well. You know, poets. Poetry is what I love. You know that. Hey, sis. Shout out to my sis, Shamice Jacobs. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of authors on this month. I mean, I'm sorry, for this year coming on. Shout out to my brother Leroy McKenzie. Dr. Leroy McKenzie just sent me some information on a young lady that I'm going to reach out to have her come on the show. She just released a book. I just love it. I love to see us do things like this because I'm a firm believer in setting examples for our babies, setting examples for our children. You know what I mean? Shout out to my sister, Arthur Paula Shakespeare, when she released her book. Which one was that? That was Don't Never Assume. Never Assume by Arthur Paula Shakespeare. I think her second book is out already, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember taking my 2 daughters to her book release because I wanted them to experience and see what that was like, and to see someone of color that looks like them accomplish something like that. You know what I mean? To me, that's a big feat to publish a book that has something that'll always be here long before you are gone. All right. So as always, my books, Unusual Favor, Spitfire Poetry Volume 1 and 2 is available on Amazon. I want to give a shout out to some of my part-time co-work family. A few of them have bought books from me the last couple days. Shout out to Tammy, Zion. And who else did I get onto? Tammy, Zion, and Janet. Janet. Expired. My girl, Janet. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I love y'all at Starbuzz. Y'all know y'all my family, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. So look, if my guest doesn't come on the show tonight, y'all already know I got some poetry for you. I ain't been feeling good the last couple days, man. So my acid reflux was acting ridiculous lately. So I've been dealing with some pain. It's gotten better actually over the last I don't know, maybe 72 hours. But a few days ago it was ridiculous, man. All up my abdomen and going from my back to my abdomen. And it while I was dealing with that, I started to write. I didn't finish it, nothing like that, but I started to write a poem. I haven't entitled it or anything, but this health thing is really important. And I try to remind myself a lot because I deal with health issues, so I know better than not to eat, certain foods I shouldn't be having and things of that nature, especially if I'm not on my medicine. My man,
what it is.
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
How you feeling, brother? How you feeling?
I can't complain, man. I'm glad to see you, man. Good to see you. Come on, listen, man. We're just gonna go ahead and get right into it, Archie, man. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. Who you are and what you do, bro.
Archie the Messenger, Mr. Writing from My Life, author, motivational speaker, master spoken word artist, slam champion, Baltimore, Buffalo, New York, double up East Side. I'm very welcome to be here, my brother.
Man, I love it. I love it, man. So I first met this brother, man. Shout out to my sister, Love Precious Givens. I met him at one of one of Poets for Dinners. It was like a 10-year anniversary, I think.
So now,
yeah, and I met this brother there, and he did some poetry, man. And me and my wife was just blown to the floor. How long have you been doing poetry, Archie?
man, I've been doing poetry since I was about 16 years old. So about 2000, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I started, slam. Started like most slam poetry. Going to slam poetry compositions. I started off doing oratory, like writing my own speeches and things like that, and competing in oratory competitions. So I took a couple national competitions in oratory, but they wanted me to start doing other people's speeches, like doing "I Have a Dream" speech or different Malcolm X speeches, and I wasn't really. I kind of was enjoying more writing my own original work because it was getting me more notoriety. So I kept on with that, and then I started touring with the Njozi Poets back in 1990. I want to say this is 1999, year 2000. We went up to Canada. We went up to we went to Tri-City Series in Toronto and Cleveland. I've been traveling doing poetry for since I was 16, so I'm almost 40 now, man. But it's been good to me. Multiple slam championships, multiple features. I'm still traveling the country, doing spoken word, still paid to perform. So I'm blessed to be booked still. I've had my ups and downs with it. Don't get me wrong. This is a mean. You want to be able to. You want to chase your dream, but you also want to provide for your family. And everybody doesn't take this route. Everybody doesn't want to take the poetry route. Right. So I perform with my brother, Lyrical the Lyricist. We combine together to make Writing for My Life, and we just took it across the country, man. We just did it the hard way. We did it the hard way, man. This is pre-social media. This is going to different cities with just our talent, our CDs, our books, whatever we had to sell. And then you get it how you live. You get back the way you can. See, my experience with poetry is a lot different. I did it for my life. I did it to pay my bills. I did it without sponsorship, without social media. So it still gives me a big hand right now after the social media age, where I won't say after, but during the social media age, where I'm still working off poems I did 12, 13 years ago. I can still perform some of the same poetry and it resonates the same.
What does poetry do for you, Archie? Is it therapeutic for you?
Yes, very much so. It's art, it's business for me at this point. Right. But first and foremost, it's my art. It's my it's something that keeps me healthy. If anybody's ever seen me perform, I sweat profusely. Probably harder than I do doing anything else. I could hoop all day and I sweat as much as I do during that small time I'm performing on stage. So usually all the energy from my body is rushing from the bottom of my body to the top. And it's just the sweat pours. It's an unbelievable out-of-body experience. I wish people could experience it at this level. You know what I'm saying? Is at this level when you're pushing, when you can just go up there and go for a half hour, 45 minutes straight. It's a different level, man. It's a different level of performance. You know, we have, and no disrespect to any poet, any artist that's out there. This level is different. This is where we get into doing your own plays, doing your own features. Where I'm not looking for the open mic. I'm looking to cater to my own audience that I've built over the years. I stopped doing open mic probably about 7 or 8 years ago because I wanted to do my own shows. I wanted people to come out and pay to see me perform and to see my counterparts perform. And a lot of poets, we get underpaid. We get tossed under the bus. We're considered C and D level entertainment, meaning you perform when the band breaks down.
Right.
You know what I mean? You perform while people eat. You feel me? This is some of the circumstances we deal with in this thing. You know what I mean? So with this thing right now, I said, you know what? Me and my brother was like, man, we got tired of waiting for 50 poets to perform, and then we get on and get to do our thing when everybody about ready to go home. You know? Right. But we said, you know what? If these rappers ain't spitting no bars, you know, we can get our own peers to come out and pay us. You know, it's not a lot of rappers that can charge $25, $30, $40 for people to come out and see them. You know, they may make millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But you put them on the bill by themselves with no DJ, no women shaking butt and all that, and just tell them to be talented for more than we're not talking about 6-7 minutes. We're talking about 45 minutes to an hour of straight performance, quality performance poetry, entertaining performance poetry. You know what I'm saying? That's what I represent. I represent the Talam Aces, the 13 and Nazareths, the Tasha Jones, the Emerald Greens, the Tamika Harpers. I represent those that come before, honestly, the year 2000 with poetry. I'm showing my age and I'm rapping, but that's the quality that I represent for spoken word. And sometimes I get a little touchy about the new generation, because I love the new generation of poetry, but I just know what I come from and how far we had to come. You know, how far we had to come to push our thing, you know?
Right. Before all the social media and everything. I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah. Because it's so easy now to push buttons and have your face in front of so many people. But back then you really had to get out there and put your feet to the pavement. You know what I mean? I definitely get it. Definitely. Yeah.
You had to go to that open mic. You had to wait for 40 people to shine before you got a moment to shine, you know? But also I got to watch 40 great artists go, you know, people that were just as impactful as me, and I got to learn, you know, so I don't disrespect that in any kind of way. So I don't want any poets to take it wrong that I'm disrespecting the newer poets, the new generation of poets. Shout out to Jacob Mayberry, Obi West, Rudy Francisco, the Baltimore Slam team here, Lady Breon. There's so many, Mecca Verdell. There's so many new hot fire ass poets out right now that's tearing things up, and they are from the social media age. So I don't want to disrespect them anyway. I'm just speaking from my perspective, you know?
Right. I definitely agree with you. And I feel the same way. Mr. Marbury, Jacob Marbury, I've had him on my show before. That guy is incredible. Like I've told him before, when he does his poetry, man, I feel like running through a wall sometimes. You know what I mean? He gets so amped up, you know?
Man. And he's let me tell you something about that guy. Like I've been throwing my own show in Baltimore for almost 10 years now. It's called Awesome. We've kind of switched it to poetry lovers only. But this is one thing I can say about, you know, Jacob. A lot of people wanted me and Jacob to be in competition with each other. You know, kind of the old school versus the new school. Right. But the thing about Jacob is he loves this craft so much that he didn't embrace that. He came in and gave me my flowers. You know what I'm saying? He came and told me how much he respected what I did, what I've been doing for the art form. And he comes to my shows off of the strength of him and be like, yo, you want me to perform? Right. You know what I mean? Right. And not that it's not 200 something people there waiting on him to perform, but he could surely call me and be like, I need $1,000 to come and do that. Because that's the level he's at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, these colleges and these places is paying him top dollar to come. But he'll do a favor for me for the 100, 150, for the nothing. Sometimes he just pop up and be like, big bro, you need me to do something? I'll be like, big bro, you the GOAT, man. Please. I'll be honored. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honored. And I experienced so much gatekeeping and sucker shit. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss on your
no, you good on here. You good on here. You good.
Yeah, I experienced so much sucker shit with gatekeeping and people trying to just push my talent to the back and, you know, trying to pimp it in so many ways. It's refreshing to me, the younger generation who has nothing to do with that. And they just want to keep the craft going like I do. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. And I want to show dude some love because he's popped up. I haven't asked him to pop up to these shows. He just pops up like, yo, what you need? You know what I'm saying? What you need? And you know what I mean? Sometimes if I have a feature somewhere, he'll just pop up just to keep me sharp and be like, yeah, well, you got to perform after me. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Right.
You know, he that guy, you know, I don't know if you ever watch battle rap, but you know how in battle rap, when you drop a hot bar and somebody, you know, they'll shove you in your back, like they give you that hard back shove. Man, he hit me with that hard back shove, like, yeah, you know, like it gives me that love that I had for it back in early 2000s. He gives me that vibe where it's deeper than just people clapping. It's deeper than the lyricism. It's about a real feeling up there. And it's really about being a craftsman. You know what I mean? A craftsman. I mean, I'm talking about memorizing thousands and thousands of words in consecutive order perfectly.
Right.
We're not talking about your and this poem is called we talking about real high level, you know what I mean? High level poetry where it's really hard to perform. A lot of people, let me tell you this, my brother, a lot of people ain't performing after Jacob. A lot of people ain't performing after Black Shot.
No.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna perform after me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take it there. I'm gonna take it there for you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take it all the way there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna give up everything. You know what I mean? And he's one of those dudes. I done did college shows with him where it's like, you know, some young college cats, they 17, 18, they don't know what they about to get. And he treated like we back home in Baltimore where we at the open mic set where it's dog eat dog. And we all trying to get ours off. So I love the fact that he goes 100% every time and he's willing to die up there. He's willing to get off the stage, run off the stage, run up the stairs, run down the stairs. You know what I mean? He taking it there. And I think we need more of that in this art form. People taking it real personal. Taking this art form really, really personal, and just as any other art form, you know what I mean?
Right.
Any other art form, you know. Sometimes we can settle for mediocrity.
Do you think it's a difference? Do you think there's a difference between poets, different styles? Like some poets are on a level like yourself, and Black Shock, or where you're doing competitions, and you're, you know, you're trying to really earn a check behind this to feed your family. And then there's poets who are doing it just to get some shit off their chest, to release. You know what I mean? Do you think that there's a difference in that?
Yes, it's a difference. It's just as a difference as people that hoop at the local pickup game and those who are trying to get to the league.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We trying to, if we're not in the league, we are trying to get to the league, whatever that is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I those shout out to the poets who break those barriers because they have been trying to keep us out for so long. They've been trying to keep us out of the big concerts. Shout out to the poets that's the Moses West that are opening up for these 90s R&B groups that are touring right now. Shout out to Teresa the Songbird. She performed at the halftime of a Clippers game. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff we're talking about. We're talking about breaking barriers. We're talking about people that have been on HBO, BT, TV One multiple times. You know what I mean? People that have put it down to feed their family. I have a close friend of mine, my favorite poet, Emerald Green, TV One, HBO, BT, everything. She has 4 children. It's a difference.
Right. Yeah.
It's a big difference when you feeding 4 babies off this thing. She performing 8-9 times a week. Now she's had to you know, kind of conform her style a little bit. She's going into the stand-up comedy and trying to mesh Just many of us are, because we got to find a way in, because they're trying to keep us out.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? They're trying to keep us out, bro. But you got your black chakras who's getting 100,000 views, who's getting cosigns from big rappers and things like that. We need those dudes to kick through those doors and break those barriers. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to keep us out. They don't want our message to reach the masses, because they know our message is truly from the ancestors. This is the real vibration. And when it's done right, when it's done that way, you can't put it in a this poem is called place. You know what I mean? Right. No disrespect to them, because right. I started off from this poem is called, you know what I mean? Spitire. You know what I'm saying? But now we talking about people putting their own one-man shows together, people using stand-up comedy as a way to pull their poetry in. You know what I mean? To audiences that wouldn't embrace them before. And that takes a lot of skill.
What changed for you from the term "this is called" to the level that you are now? When did you know that, okay, this stuff, when I'm doing, this is called, is not me anymore? I'm on a whole nother level. When did you know that was there?
When we started to do our own production. Okay. And I encourage my younger poets to, once they've gotten open mic'd out, once they've gotten poetry slammed out, start doing your own productions, your own shows, conjuring your own audience that are paying. They're getting on Eventbrite. They're paying 20, 30, 40, 50, however much you charging to see you do specifically what you do without the other things. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to have a singer and then a rapper and then a poet and then a comedian, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we have to create our own lane. We have to push our own agenda as the spoken word community. We have to push our own agenda, because, like I said, they've always been trying to make us C and D rate entertainment. They have put us up while the band is breaking down, while the people are eating. Oh man, why don't you come and spit that poem at my homegirl barbecue? Right. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize I'm paid to go to other cities. I'm flown and I've been out on this road for so long, my brother. Let me tell you this. I don't have to go to a city. I don't have to go to any city in this country. Mm-hmm. I don't need a hotel room. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't need a rental car. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm in Jacksonville, April 13th. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody in Duval. I don't need no hotel when I go there. I don't need no rental car. I'm straight. Poetry is taking care of me, because there's people there that's been seeing me come down there since MySpace. You feel me? Yeah. Black Planet. That's how I'm old. I'm that old, brother. I'm really that old, bro. With this, and like I said, I come after the Lamar Hills, the Talam Aces, the Sekou the Misfits. Some of these names might not even be so familiar to you right now. I come from the Fifth Element. You know what I mean? Yeah. I could go back forever, brother, of the artists and the greatness I've seen. I come from that school where they was renting out hotels, banquet halls and hotels, and charging $50 for people to come see poetry. Just poetry. With your Queen Shebas and your Monica McIntyres and your Queen Earths. I mean, I have so much in this. I have so much in this library of mine. You know what I mean? But I'm still in tune with the new. Because I care and I love this thing. So I'm looking for the fresh new, but I also want to give them some game and be like, man, you don't have to settle for the open mic. You can create your own, just as in rap music now, where everybody's coming with independence. I can conjure my own audience and they can come see me 5-6 times a year, and I can make enough money to survive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like my thing is poets should be able to do a couple shows a year of their own with their own audience. You can see Miss Rebecca Dupas is doing it, aside from being a doctor and a bunch of other things, because we don't have to wear one hat either. Let me get that out the way. We don't have to wear one hat, but I've chose to ride for this, as my man Rozilla the Black Academic said. Ain't nobody riding for spoken word, so I'm riding for spoken word. Because ain't nobody else trying to do it. Everybody else scared. They get scared. It don't work out for them. They get to ducking and hiding, and then they next thing you know they rapping. Next thing you know they doing something else. This thing I stayed when they ran, my brother.
Right.
You know, I stayed when a lot of people say, "Oh, I used to do poetry." I can't say that. I can never say that because this is my life. I do this for my life, my brother. Forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that don't make me special. That don't make me better than any other poet. It's just the life I chose. And I'm still doing it. March 7th, we are doing Purple Poetry Part 2. You can catch us on Clinton Street, 616 Clinton Avenue. You know what I mean? We down in Duval yet again. You're gonna see me in St. Louis. You're gonna see me back here in Baltimore. I'm really trying to do another show in Baltimore, but my schedule is getting really, really tight. So we may have to come back for National Poetry Month in April. But normally we do a show every year in March. You know what I mean? With National Poetry Month right behind it. Shout out to my brother Lyrical the Lyricist. I know I'm rapping and bapping right now, but Spitfire, man, this is what I love. I've given my life to this. You know what I mean? Oh, and sorry, I veered away from the question. The first time I really realized that there's a separation is when you get paid a couple. I'm gonna keep it real. When somebody say, "Yo, I want one poem, $2,000." When you can pay your bill in 6 minutes, I'm gonna tell you this: the car I drive right now today, I bought from poetry. One poem, 6 minutes. I went from walking to driving in 6 minutes because of poetry. And I was on, and that opportunity, I was on CNN Live. I was performing outside of the National Monument in DC for the people who lost their lives to COVID. 660,000 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm there with the mayor of DC, black mayor, female mayor of DC. This is the type of opportunities I've been coming in contact with since I was a child. You know what I mean? You know, I've been across the country. There's not too many cities I have not been in paid to do poetry. You understand?
It's crazy.
You can name a city. If I haven't been there, I've been close. You know what I mean? I might have tried to go there and had to get on another flight or a bus trip. A lot of my younger poets haven't been out on that road. That's another thing. Throw your own shows and get out on that road. Take your show on the road. See how great you are in New York. See how great you are in Philly. See how great you are in DC. See how great you are in Atlanta. Go down to St. Louis, Chicago, Indianapolis, Dayton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland, Ohio. Take it all the way over to the West Coast. Go up to Sacktown, Oaktown, LA, Inglewood. You know what I mean? Anywhere you can name, I've been busting. Shreveport, Louisiana. Where you want to name a place? It's probably only a couple places I haven't been. Then we went, we go international too. You know what I mean? Toronto. My brother, Lyrical Lyricist is taking it overseas. You know what I mean? It's so much more work to do though. It's so much more work to do. You know what I mean? It's Absolutely. So much more fire to spit out here. It's just, like I said, they trying to keep us out, but it's only so long. Fake thugs can pretend, my brother.
Absolutely.
It's only so long. After a while, this nonsense going to run out, and then the real going to return. Then you're going to have your black chakras kicking in the dough. You're going to have your Archie the Messengers kicking in the dough. The people that done lost something for this. Mm-hmm. You ever lost a woman you love behind this thing? You ever lost a car or an apartment because you put your last month rent up for the show to rent a building out to fly somebody in? Have you ever flown another poet in to perform at your show because you thought they were dope? Right. You know what I mean? Have you went to another poet city, slept on the floor, ate from 7-Eleven, waited to get on the open mic? Okay, now they got you on open mic. You got to rip it, so they call you back. Right. You know what I mean? They ain't a lot of poets, and I know I'm rapping right now because I'm at my barbershop and I'm in between clients. I'm sorry, I was late.
No, you good. Look, I know you're a busy man. I'm gonna get you to share one poem before I let you get out of here. Whatever you want to share, whatever you want to spit, man, just go right ahead and give it to the people for us, Archie.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Spitfire Podcast, you already know what's going down, man. We here, man. Archie the Messenger, Mr. Writing for my life. Writing for my life. Poetry lovers only. Poetry lovers only. If you hating, that's your fault. That's your fault. I tell them, I say the best things in life are free. So, of course, black people were slaves. I say the best things in life are free. So, of course, black people were slaves. Ticketless underground railroaders 24-hour bond bail holders. They call us the hell roamers. You can smell the aromas of innocence. Dope fiends leaning in comas on corners while standing. Crooked cops round of applause as they watch young niggas hand to hand them cuffs separate a man from his family with 1 gram. That's a bad mother brother. Yeah, they call him Uncle Sam or Uncle Sammy the bull snitch. A strain of indictments can pull bitch out of man or man into bitch. Put him in a cell, see how long he can sit until he loses his mind. They say the best things in life are free, like time, and we get paid by the hour. So your free time is spent to send you back to work. And the best things in life are free, but 10% of that goes back to church. And for some odd reason, your children like to eat at least 3 times a day. And at least 3 times a week, that 3 times is 3 times your pay. And at least 3 times a month, my mother didn't have it, but somehow she found a way. So our cups runneth over with sugar water, and the best things in life are free, but the poor can't afford to die. The rent of a funeral. Have you ever seen the rent of a funeral home or the casket? You ever seen the price of a casket? The rent of the funeral home or the casket? The rent of a funeral home or the casket? The low middle class must be living in the shittiest afterlives ever. Car loans never. Life challenges. The negative zero balances. The bill collectors collecting the debt of your predecessors. Letters better. Final notices better. Stop. Slavery never stops because the best things in life are free, like love. But love costs. Love made and love lost. From first dates to wedding rings to all of the above. Sign here, prenup to cure your love sickness. Divorce courts with no witness. The best things in life are free, but happiness, my nigga, is big business. Stocks, bonds, guns and butter, baby. We got 25-year-old grandmothers. We got 25-year-old grandmothers, baby mama, baby, same lady, maybe shit, baby shit, if I could claim them, wick, because the best things in life are free, and ends meet can get thick, hunger, pressure, bust pipes, hot water ain't free, education ain't free, BGE, GED, DEGREE ain't free, but we could bitch, but most of my niggas like, fuck that, we hood rich, we know how bad this shit could get, so we hope for the best and pray for the worst and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. I said we wear this crown, and these thorns make our smiles look like frowns. We hold it down, the forefront, drug cases and storefronts. I've seen more blunts than miracles, more types than stereotypes. I've seen more types than stereos. Right, it's the card swipes, EBT, free money. They say stamps are good for me, honey. In the land of the free, nigga, you need money. In the home of the brave, you got seeds to feed money. See, the corporation needs seed money. They Nino, Ouija money. It's always business, right? Never personal. Can't bite the hand that feeds you. Can't bleed to death. They need you to wear this crown. You lying. These thorns are for crucifying. Used to dying people. Used to crying equal in the land of the free. Where the free ain't free. Where the bills don't pay they self. Where the love ain't free. Where the mud ain't free. And it ain't even safe to save yourself. See, it's hard to find you when they trying to blind you. But who will guide you and bring you help? I am a king. Hand me my crown off the shelf. It's Spitfire poetry, man. You know we spitting fire around here, man. You come around, you come correct. This is Spitfire Poetry Podcast. Make sure you come around here the right way. We writing for my life. Mr. Writing for my life. Archie the Messenger. Poetry lovers only. And if you ain't loving that, you hating. You been hating. And you paid to hate, sucker. Tap into my man Spitfire Poetry. You know what we doing. Baltimore, double up east side, man. Double up east side. East side of Buffalo, east side of Baltimore. We still here. We still here. Shout out to all the great poets. Shout out to all the great poets and people still putting on for the art form. Thank you, my brother, for letting me be here, man. Thank you, man.
Archie, man, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. You are nothing less than an inspiration. I swear, man. You are such an inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for coming on. Thank you for what you're doing. Don't stop.
Yes,
I know
sir.
you ain't going to stop, so I ain't even got to tell you that. I know you're not going to
For
stop.
my life, man. It's for my life, man. I can't help it, man. Listen,
What
I ain't gonna tell people where I saw you at, man. I ain't gonna tell people where I saw you at, man.
It's all good. hey,
No.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, tell the people what you got coming up, man, and how we can keep up with you.
Yes, sir. Check me out in Buffalo, March 7th. Check me out right on Instagram, ARCHIEATM1. I'm Archie Barlow, Archie the Messenger on Facebook. I have a artist page, Archie the Messenger, but my regular government name, don't tell the feds, ARCHIEBARLOW, Mr. Writing for my life, man. Shout out my brother Lyrical, the lyricist, the one and only, man. We've been doing this. We've been doing this for way too long, but we started to do this for the kids, man. Shout out to everybody, all the children that we've been working with in the community, man. We started from right here on the east side of Baltimore, man. We appreciate you. And we love you, brother. Appreciate you,
man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to stay in touch with you, man. I got to have you come back on the show soon. You be safe out here. I'm going to let you go because I know you're busy, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I'm going to see you in a minute. You know where I'm going to see you at. Peace and blessings.
I'll be right there, bro.
On the low, though. Peace, bro. Yes, sir.
My man. Man, that is Archie the Messenger, y'all. Listen, man. Hey, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. You know what I mean? That was, man, I feel shit. Man. Yeah, that was awesome, man. I love it. I appreciate you, Archie, man, for coming on and doing your thing, man. Brothers like yourself, these guys, man, who are really like nationally known for this thing. Him, I had Black Chakra on before last year, like to be able to do what they do, and they're still humble men, man, that carry themselves a certain way with dignity and pride. I love it, man. I love it. You know what I mean? I shout out to all of you brothers and sisters out here that's doing poetry and basically your voice for a lot of people who don't have a voice. You know what I mean? You guys are just spitting stuff that is things that so many of us resonate with and deal with on a day-to-day basis. Some of us are struggling with shit every day. You know what I mean? And a simple verse from some of these spoken word artists, because I know I've done it for myself. I've heard certain stuff from certain artists, and it just does something for me. It inspires me. It keeps me going. I am a big fan of Black Chakra. I watch a lot of his videos. Like I say, I'm an aggressive type of person, so I love his poetry. I love Archie's poetry. I love the people who are really they just get that shit off, and it's like they in your face with it almost. You know, I love it. I love it. I really do. So shout out to everybody out there. Like I said, man, February 7th, I got my sister Ashley Tiana on. She just released her first book, Family Ties. Congratulations to her. Man, I'm in a mode right now. I don't even that shit. If you want to be blessed, you must bless somebody else. Be safe out here, everybody. Be vigilant. All right. I'll see you the next show with the 31st. Next week. I'm not sure. I may be the feature myself next week because I still do have some information I need to share with you all. And some things that we got coming up. So go to on Facebook. Archie is Archie1, I believe it is. Follow that brother, man. Good. Jeez, man. Follow that brother. Yeah, okay. So on Facebook, he's Archie Barlow. All right, BARLOW, Archie Barlow on Facebook. On Instagram, he is Archie ATM1 on Instagram. Archie ATM1. All right, that's about all of the time we got. Cutting it a little short tonight. Black men, take care of yourself, man. Your health is important. We got to stay here as long as we can. Please go see your doctors. If you don't have a primary doctor, go get one. Like, do what you got to do, man. We got to stay here for our families as long as we can. Try to eat right. Try to do the best that you can to stay healthy. Shout out to you, my brother Archie, man. I appreciate you. That was absolutely incredible. Guys, if you want to be blessed out here, you must bless somebody else. Thank you and have a good night.
Just wanted to let you know that the host of this show appreciates the time that you've spent with them. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. And most of all, thank you for tuning in to What Up Baltimore online radio, where the people have the power.